स्वागत है आपके अपने चैनल CFCN पर। आज बात करेंगे रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर। हमारे साथ फैन भी हैं मिस्टर संजय। संजय जी, आपका स्वागत है।
थैंक यू ब्रो।
जी संजय जी से हम बात करेंगे कि क्या स्क्वाड है और किस टाइप की टीम आगे, जो इनका बजट है 8.75 करोड़, उसमें रिमेनिंग 2 ओवरसीज और 5 इंडियन जो इन्हें लेने हैं, तो वो कितने प्लेयर्स ले सकते हैं, इस बारे में डेफिनेटली बात करेंगे और सवाल भी करेंगे इनसे। तो संजय जी, जैसे कि मैं इनका स्क्वाड देख पा रहा हूँ, आरसीबी की टीम लगभग कंप्लीट नज़र आ रही है, बट मैक्सवेल का क्या अपडेट है? मतलब जैसा मैं देख पा रहा हूँ कि कुछ मेंटल इशू की वजह से
No,
अवेलेबल
no.
नहीं है।
He was no. Maxwell was taking rest due to the injury he had. I think on the latest post regarding the injury, he had updated it on Instagram, telling that he is back. But considering his form, Maxwell is someone like we can't depend for him on form. He's a moody player. Once if he comes into mood, he might go big, or if he is not in the mood, like he might not score well. So yes, for us, keeping the impact player rule in the mind and Maxwell's injury concern, I think we'll have to go for an overseas all-rounder, keeping in mind. So who can be a perfect replacement for Maxwell with the budget we have? uh, More or less, we can go for a decent all-rounder, not aiming for big names or something. Some decent all-rounder who can provide well with the bat and well with the ball. So I think RCB might run behind the all-rounders this auction.
Okay, means RCB have to think apart from Maxwell also. It might be Maxwell is not available, then focus on another all-rounder overseas.
Yeah, but other overseas is yes, as Ashes is coming up, we might miss Josh Hazlewood because he's been a key bowler for Australia, as we all know. So, so if Hazlewood leaves middle of the IPL, so we want a replacement for him as well. So for that, I'm targeting like what I told in the earlier shoot today during in the RCB Bar and Cafe regarding the pre-auction thing. I'm repeating the same thing here. For me, the targeted pacers would be Vasaki Kaushik and Vidwant Kaverappa, the local talent from Karnataka, who's been very good in SMAT. Vidwant is a proven batsman, but with the ball, he has provided 7 matches, 18 wickets, and with the economy of under six. So I think he might do well in the IPL, considering we have 9 home games in Chinnaswamy, his home ground. Vasiki Kaushik has been outstanding. So yeah, these are my picks. And I think RCB might also go for Mayank Agarwal for the opening slot. So considering Virat's form from Asia Cup, T20 World Cup, and the T20 series, he's been performing well at number three. So now we can consider that he's very well established at number three, and we have known Virat for number three also. So Faf and Agarwal to open, so Agarwal can attack in the power play, whereas Virat can come on later and anchor the role. So I think more or less for RCB it will not be an active auction because we don't have much budget and our squad is pretty much settled. The only thing we need is we need a backup for Josh Hazlewood and Glenn Maxwell. We find that I think we are a little bit more or less sorted this season.
Okay, so you are confirmed that Josh Hazelwood will not available in the middle of season.
He might not. If it is for Ashes, I think Hazlewood will leave for Ashes. Hazlewood and Ben Stokes and every England player because Ashes can't be postponed, I guess. So keeping that in mind, on a basic assumption, it's like just an assumption. If he is leaving, so we want a backup. We just want to keep a safer side backup for Josh Hazlewood because there is no overseas pacer. We traded off Jason Behrendorff, who was a very good pace option. We traded him to Mumbai. So with that in mind, just assuming it, if he leaves RCB in middle way, so we'll have to have a backup pacer.
Yeah, you talk about Mayank Agarwal, but Mayank Agarwal form is not so good as Punjab releases him, and might be possible that Punjab not use in that manner. But I think RCB have already that type of player like Rajat Patidar who can play in number three, and in opener Anuj Rawat playing in good conditions here.
But yeah, when you consider Anuj Rawat more or less got it's echoing.
Yes, echoing.
Okay, Anuj Rawat more or less got all the chances to prove himself, but he couldn't. But when you take Mayank Agarwal, when just imagine go a little bit backwards. Imagine him pairing with KL Rahul, the way they both were playing, attacking the innings. When he had a good partner at the other end, Mayank would have been motivated from inside that he should also go for it. So keeping in mind he's playing with experienced Fab Duplessis or something in the other end. So I think if Fab is trying to anchor Agarwal can go big because he was an ex-RCBian. Once again, if he comes back to an RCB colors, I think he might find that thrill and chill of playing. He might go big. So only for that basis, I want Mayank Agarwal. I think Patidar can be pushed to four, considering Maxi's form because he's out of injury. He is not even playing Big Bash League. If he was playing a Big Bash League, I would have been like, okay, he's in certain form or etc. etc. So considering that Patidar can bat at four, Patidar can bat at four even in the Syed Mustaq Ali and Vijay Hazare Trophy. He's been good at three and four. So based on that, we can fluctuate. If you want, even when you imply impact player role from the 10 to 14 overs, we can just name someone like Mahipal Lomror who can come in, who can finish the things within like 13th over and 14th over. During the ball, if someone is making runs, as we would have given Mahipal Lomror's name, he can provide 1 or 2 overs with the ball. Considering an all-rounder for an impact player role, I think Mayank Agarwal as an opener is set for RCB.
Okay. So which two players you are saying in auction in place of Maxwell and Hazelwood? If you want proper replaced player.
In place of Maxwell, my this thing is like this might feel little awkward for you guys. I am going with Shakib Al Hasan or Sikandar Raza because Shakib Al Hasan brings in the experience he's having. We have seen how economical he's been in T20s. He has won a cup for Kolkata Knight Riders single-handedly when KKR needed him the most. So keeping that in mind, when needed, because DK will be as a finisher, so little bit and providing support to him in the bowling. I have no doubt Shakib will do his best. So and if not him, then Sikandar Raza, who's been outstanding this year in T20s and T20 World Cup, we saw what wonder Sikandar Raza can do. But one more player to name is Jason Holder, but I don't know we'll get within our budget because he's a big name. He's a big
Yes.
name. He was out here. He was off form last season, but people will go for Jason Holder. But as far as the pacer, I don't think any overseas pacer is like likely to come within our budget. So I would go with Indian pacer only as a replacement for Josh, which is Vidwan Kaverappa or Wasiki Kaushik. So at least when we go with three overseas, we'll have one more option and we can get in Finn as an impact player somewhere. If we are using impact player in away or home game, if it is applicable for overseas, we are still not. It's not confirmed that whether it's only Indian or overseas. If it's for overseas also, we can use Finn here and there. So that's the reason. Finn Allen, I am unable to fit him in the 11. That's the sad thing. Considering he finds at least one game, I would be happy as a RCB fan.
Yeah, Mr. Sanjay, as I am saying that apart from Hazelwood, bowling attack is good, especially when you have Mohammad Siraj, Siddharth Kaul, Akash Deep in good form previous season, and middle order you have Dinesh Karthik, who have showed some spark previously. That might be possible that up and down. So which Indian you want to buy if Dinesh Karthik is not be able to perform? Maybe.
If Dinesh Karthik is not able to perform, I would go for Jagdishan, another big name due to his recent form in the domestic games. He's a wicketkeeper batsman. So we have Anuj Rawat anyway lying on the bench. Considering in that Jagdishan would be a good option. I think he would be a perfect replacement for DK. Based on the current form he is there and the SMAT he has performed, he has scored somewhere around 200, 300 odd runs. So on based on that, I would go for Jagdishan or Mohammad Azharuddin, I can tell.
Okay. So excluding Maxwell and Hazelwood, which four overseas you want to play the first match? Suppose in that match Hazelwood and Maxwell is not available.
Okay.
So whose are
If
your
that
four overseas?
one will be for sure, everyone knows the our skipper Faf Duplessis and Hasaranga, the last year Purple Cap winner. No, 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 just he was one wicket short. Yeah, for Hasaranga. I would like to see Finn Allen coming in because if there is no Maxwell, I think we have to fit in Finn Allen for first match. If it's our home game, give him chance in Chinnaswamy, he'll guarantee prove. It's small ground, but yeah, Finn Allen can prove it here. And another overseas bowler, I guess there is no. I don't know. I think we have to go with auction. I think there is no overseas pacer left for us. We have to go with Akashdeep.
Yes. David Philly, good option. Can bat and ball.
Yeah,
He had
David Willie
some
can
one.
bat and bowl. If David Willie is in, then I would like to see Finn Allen benched because I don't want more of batting options. We need someone who can good with the ball. Because we already will have Shahbaz Ahmed and Hassananga who will be the all rounders. So keeping that in mind, no much all rounders. If Willie is playing, yes, he'll be very good in power play. He's having economy under 6 or 6.12 in the power play, which will be a very good advantage for us.
Okay, the kind of form the Karthik showing in a World Cup, what do you think the Karthik will play better or will play like a World Cup?
No, yeah, in the World Cup, we all expected that Karthik might come up. We will see Dinesh Karthik show, which we saw in IPL Asia Cup. So World Cup, he was bit down. So that's the major concern. If Karthik is catching up with the same World Cup form, then I think give him 1 or 2 matches, 3 matches at max to prove, but he has shown what he is at the last year IPL. But as considering the H factor, give him 1 match or 2 match, give him one away match and give one home match, because based on that we can decide whether to consider Karthik for the next game or not. Because this year's IPL is pretty crucial now, because there are teams like SRH, Punjab, and Lucknow, on GT, and all there with good budgets. They might go for some big names and big players. Considering that everything, so we'll have to go with the clean and balanced squad this time. So equal contribution should be there from the team. It should not be like it should fall on Virat, it should fall on Faf, or it should fall on Siraj, Harshal Patel. Equal contribution is there. Then I think as a team we can move forward.
ओके, तो गौरव जी इन्होंने बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस दिखाए आरसीबी के लिए, तो कार्तिक को कौन से नंबर पे रखना चाहेंगे कि एक अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दे आरसीबी के लिए, 3 या 4?
देखिए, दिनेश कार्तिक मेरे ख्याल से फिनिशर की भूमिका अच्छे से निभाते हैं, तो 3-4 की जगह मैं 5 या 6 पे खिलाना पसंद करूंगा दिनेश कार्तिक को। और जिस हिसाब से टीम है आरसीबी की, तो विराट कोहली और फैफ डुप्लेसिस ओपनिंग करेंगे मेरे ख्याल से। तीसरे नंबर पर पाटीदार, चौथे पे आप मैक्सवेल को ले सकते हो, और पांचवे पर शाहबाज अहमद या फिर दिनेश कार्तिक, ये सिचुएशन पे डिपेंड करेगा।
नहीं, विराट कोहली जैसे नंबर 3 के बेस्ट प्लेयर हैं वर्ल्ड में, तो क्या नंबर 3 पे यूज़ नहीं करना चाहिए विराट कोहली को? जो जहाँ पे बेस्ट है, वहाँ पे अपना बेस्ट भी दे सकते हैं विराट कोहली।
देखिए, आरसीबी टीम का संयोजन ही ऐसा है कि विराट कोहली को ओपनिंग करनी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि आप पाटीदार से ओपनिंग नहीं करा सकते, क्योंकि
नहीं, आप अनुज
यहाँ
रावत को यूज़ कर लीजिए, जैसे पहले यूज़ किया था, लेफ्टी राइटी कॉम्बिनेशन भी हो जाएगा।
नहीं, मैं समझता हूँ पाटीदार की जो फॉर्म है वो अनुज रावत से बेहतर है, और पाटीदार ने कई मैच भी जिताए थे पिछले सीजन में आरसीबी को, और जिसकी वजह से वो पिछली बार हार हार गई थी मैच बहुत से, और बाद में आके पाटीदार की अच्छी फॉर्म की वजह से नंबर 3 की पोजीशन थी वो पाटीदार ने ले ली थी आरसीबी की तरफ से, और रिटेन भी किया है इस बार पाटीदार को, तो मैं समझता हूँ नंबर 3 पे पाटीदार खेले।
ठीक है। हितांशु जी देखिए, विराट कोहली जो है सबसे सफल प्लेयर रहे हैं आरसीबी में, पूरे आरसीबी में सबसे ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है नंबर 3 पे। ओपनिंग पे किया है बट एक ही सीज़न था जिसमें ज़्यादा अच्छा उन्होंने 973 रन्स बनाए थे, जिसमें उन्हें स्टिचेस भी लगे थे, याद होगा आरसीबी को भी। तो क्या लगता है, थर्ड नंबर पे खिलाएँ या फर्स्ट नंबर पे? मतलब ओपनिंग कराएँ?
जैसे अभी वही बोला कि जो बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस रहा है वो ओपनिंग में ही आया था 2016 का
वो
एडिशन था
मतलब एक ही
नंबर।
साल आया है, मतलब मैक्सिमम नंबर 3 पे अच्छा खेले हैं।
हाँ, बट उसके अलावा कभी खेला नहीं ना ओपनिंग। ऐसा नहीं है कि ओपनिंग में खेला और सीजन में और फिर ज्यादा परफॉर्म नहीं किया।
तो ओपनिंग
तो
बेस्ट लग रहा है?
डिपेंड्स, मतलब अगर इफ द टीम कैन हैव अ फुल फ्लेज्ड ओपनर, जैसे संजय ने सजेस्ट किया था कि अगर मयंक अग्रवाल आ जाते हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली नंबर 1 बीइंग द फैक्टर कि मयंक अग्रवाल का होम ग्राउंड कर्नाटक का वही है, लाइक डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट में। सो if he comes into the team, तो होम मैचेस के लिए अगर रहेगा तो that will be the best option। मतलब
चलो
अगर फिक्स,
संजय जी की भी बात रख लेते हैं, वो कह रहे थे फिन एलन को हम यूज़ कर रहे हैं, तो फिन एलन को फाफ के साथ उतार देते हैं ओपनिंग।
हाँ मतलब अगर ओवरसीज का इश्यू नहीं होता है, वही जैसे बोला था कि मतलब अगर ग्लेन मैक्सवेल अवेलेबल है, अगर हसरंगा अवेलेबल है, अगर जॉश हेजलवुड अवेलेबल है, तो ये 3 तो फॉर श्योर प्लेइंग 11 में रहेंगे। उसके बाद जो फोर्थ स्पॉट होता है वो डिपेंड करता है अब मतलब whether you want to go for a bowling option, whether you want to go for bowling all-rounder, या you want to go for a batsman.
Yeah, I think here I think Josh will be available. He'll be playing Border Gavaskar Trophy in India only, no? The Feb March season. I think all the Australian players who is playing Test they'll be available except Pat Cummins. He withdrew long back.
Yeah, I mean that's what. So I mean based on the availability, so वही है मतलब playing 4 में like playing 4 over he is able to fit in, then I think Finn Allen has to open the innings. और कोई spot रहता नहीं है. Like I mean there's no point of bringing him lower down the order. Because we saw it in the T20 World Cup opener also, कि the way he played against Australia. So the best utilization, and especially like Chinnaswamy Stadium, like the home ground of RCB, is a very small outfield. So I mean you can easily clear, even your top edges will go to the second tier. So that's the thing. So Finn Allen ka to you can best if he's in the 11, then the best utilization is opening. Then obviously Virat Kohli comes in at number 3.
ओके
But if there's
जैसे
if
दो
there's no
ओवरसीज लेने हैं आरसीबी को तो एक फास्ट बॉलर और एक ऑलराउंडर लेने फिर
I mean फास्ट बॉलर स्पेसिफिकली तो वही है
मतलब
जैसे
हेजलवुड
संजय
का
सजेस्ट किया।
रिप्लेसमेंट
हाँ मतलब like there's no single bowler who might come within the budget. मतलब you might get someone like a Dushmanta Chamira or maybe like maybe Adam Milne शायद मिल सके depending on others how whether they are going after them or not.
जाय रिचर्डसन
Like
भी एक अच्छा ऑप्शन है
हाँ I'm
विकेट
talking
टेकर
about
है
these
स्पिन
because they have been released by their previous franchises. तो मतलब कुछ सोच के मतलब they would not want because they are not utilizing them anyways. So that's why they were released. So not sure whether the other teams might go for them or not. But क्योंकि all-rounders are someone which everyone is looking after. Especially in this auction, everyone will go after all the all-rounders. So especially the big names in all-rounder category, I don't think will be in RCB's reach with the budget they have. So either a full-fledged pacer or a pure batsman. I think these are the only two things which they can go for in the overseas.
ओके संजय विच द ओवरसीज प्लेयर यू वांट
As I mentioned, we want just two.
यस
Keeping
Can
in
get
mind
only two.
Maxi's backup, I would go for Shakib Al Hasan or Sikandar Raza. Considering Holder will not come inside our budget. If Holder comes, well and good. If Holder is out of our reach, go for Sikandar Raza or Maxwell because Maxwell was unsold in the last auction, I guess. So I am targeting only those three overseas.
Okay, do you think RCB must release Finn Allen if you are not using such player? RCB should
No,
release this player.
no, yeah, even I feel bad. Being a RCB fan, still when you check final and stats and batting, we'll feel bad because we know how explosive player he was. And he is, we saw, as Sikanshu mentioned, we saw in the T20 World Cup this thing against Australia also. He's been in the bench since 3 years. Not even one match, I think he got. I think if there is shift in captaincy, it can be given to Karthik. So if FAF fails, I think we can see Finn opening.
I
Okay,
mean, the other way to look at it is like RCB doesn't want any other team to use Finn Allen against them.
yes, I can say this is a strategy.
It's like हमने
No,
नहीं यूज
because
करे
they
तो तुम
started it slowly.
हाँ हम नहीं यूज करे तो तुम भी नहीं यूज कर सकते हैं.
Don't worry, bro. As per news, Sam Curran is for CSK only.
Okay, Sanjay, is Harshal Patel is in your first 11?
I don't think Harshal Patel will be in the starting 11 for the first match because he hasn't played cricket from 1 year, I guess. The injury concerns, everything. He hardly made his place in World Cup. He didn't play one match also. So I think we might not see Harshal Patel playing the first match this year. If it's Chinnaswamy, I think it's a grave danger because he might leak runs. He was leaking runs in Wankhede only. So that's not sure that he doesn't leak in Chinnaswamy. So I think instead of Harshal Patel, we can use Akashdeep, who has a pace, who has more raw pace.
But Harshal Patel is emerging player of RCB.
Harshal Patel was your purple Patel. How can you leave him
Yes,
out like that?
of
I'm
course.
just telling you, he might not be in the first match of starting 11. But yeah, I know he's our purple Patel. But even in the last season, he had a little bit off season. He couldn't pick more wickets. I think he picked some 9 or 10 wickets. If he does well and good this season, I am happy as a RCB fan, obviously.
Okay, as I'm seeing that Karan Sharma is not utilized as RCB. Why? May I know the reason?
No, I think RCB just bought Karan Sharma as a lucky charm so they can win a cup, but that didn't happen.
Okay.
So I think yeah, Karan Sharma should be given chances. Karan Sharma can be given chances, but not in Chinnaswamy. In the pitches like Chipok and Delhi, so I think Karan can throw himself. But we know about his experience he's bringing. 1 or 2 games can be provided for him.
Let's see. Okay. How you see Siddharth call?
No, Siddharth Kaul, we'll see Siddharth Kaul in more matches this year. That I'm sure because last year I think he came at the ending of the tournament, the last 2 matches or the last 3 matches. The pressure matches he came, he went for runs, he leaked runs a bit. So when he brings Siddharth Kaul from the very first match, he'll understand the conditions, pitch conditions, everything. So I think then he'll get set to his home ground, which is Chinnaswamy, and then as this year we are touring around India and we are playing our away game in the away states and home ground in the home state. I think Siddharth Kaul will be a good option time.
Okay. Uh, can you repeat me the proper 11 that you are playing for first match?
Opener
As
Sanjay.
of now, without option, I would tell, with considering these 18 members, I'm just forming 11.
Yes.
Faf and Virat to open.
Okay.
Anuj at not Anuj, sorry, Patidar at number 3.
Okay.
Maxwell at 4. DK at 5. Lomror at 6. Hasaranga 7. Harsal 8. 9 would be Siraj. 10 Josh. 11 it would be Siddharth Kaul or Akashdeep.
So finally, your purple Patel is on playing 11. Okay, I'm expecting the Harshal Patel should play maximum matches for RCB.
Now management will play him. I'm just keeping myself ready. If he leaks runs, I'm making my heart harder so that I can take the pain.
Okay. गौरव
Srikanth is
क्या लगता
laughing and
है?
is making me burn.
ओके ओके गौरव क्या लगता है जैसे रोहित शर्मा नहीं खिला पाए थे हर्षल पटेल को वर्ल्ड कप में तो फाफ डू प्लेसिस पूरा चांस देंगे
मेरे ख्याल से देना चाहिए क्योंकि हर्षल पटेल की जो किस्मत है वो आरसीबी में आके ही बदली थी तो मेरे ख्याल से दिल्ली से ट्रेड किया था आरसीबी ने तो और आरसीबी में आके उनकी किस्मत ख्याल से इस सीजन दोबारा से वही कमाल दिखा सकते हैं इंटरनेशनल लेवल और आईपीएल का फर्क बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, तो मेरे ख्याल से हर्षल पटेल अपने ऊपर से दबाव हटा के अपने ऊपर से अच्छा परफॉर्म दे सकते हैं।
तो मतलब मैं एक्सपेक्ट करता हूँ कि एटलीस्ट होम मैचेस में हर्षल पटेल अवेलेबल होंगे
यस
अगर
यस
बैंगलोर के मैचेस हैं तो। ठीक है। तो गौरव जी क्या लगता है, मतलब इसमें जैसे 7 प्लेयर्स इनके रिमेनिंग है, 5 इंडियंस है, 2 ओवरसीज है, क्या लगता है मतलब एक ओवरसीज लेके इंडियंस पूरा करेंगे या 2 ओवरसीज ले लेंगे?
think they can go with two overseas player, one pace all rounder and second is also a bowler, I think.
ओके। इंडियन में जैसे संजय जी कह रहे हैं कि मयंक अग्रवाल के पास चलते हैं, तो सेटिस्फाइड हैं?
मेरे ख्याल से मयंक अग्रवाल दूसरी टीम ही ले जाएगी, क्योंकि पहली बात है कि इंडियन प्लेयर है और दूसरी बात है ओपनर है या फिर नंबर 3 पे खिला सकते हैं, तो बहुत
गौरव
टीमों
जी
के
ये भी तो हो
पास ऐसे
सकता है कि
स्पॉट।
ये भी तो हो सकता है कि फॉर्म ज़्यादा अच्छी है नहीं तो बिडिंग हो भी ना, और बैंगलोर में ही खेलते हैं मयंक अग्रवाल, तो हो सकता है पोजीशन भी सूट कर जाए और ले ले आरसीबी।
बट जैसे आरसीबी का मुझे आरसीबी का बजट दिख रहा है, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि मयंक अग्रवाल आरसीबी के पास दोबारा जाएगा।
No, based on the insider news I got today in the cafe, the only teams targeting for Mayank Agarwal is CSK and RCB. So the battle will be between Chennai and Bangalore.
आई
तो
थिंक दे कैन
सुशांशु
गो
जी
विथ
कितनी उम्मीद कर रहे
सनराइजर्स
हैं कार्तिक से? पहले जैसे खेलेंगे या वर्ल्ड कप वाला ही सीन रहेगा?
कार्तिक,
जी।
वो तो अब जैसे आपने बोला था कि हर्षल पटेल की किस्मत आरसीबी में आके बदली थी, दिनेश कार्तिक का भी वही सीन था, जहां से उम्मीद जागी थी वापस कमेंटेटर से क्रिकेटर बनने की।
हाँ,
तो
तो मतलब ओवरऑल देखें तो आरसीबी की टीम लगभग सेटल नजर आ रही है। अगर हेजलवुड और मैक्सवेल अवेलेबल हैं तो ये टीम खिताब जीत सकती है, ऐसा कह सकते हैं।
ऑन पेपर तो मतलब पिछले 12-13 साल से बोलते आ रहे हैं कि आरसीबी सेटल्ड है, बट
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
मेरे ख्याल से जोश हेजलवुड खेलेंगे, क्योंकि 8 करोड़ में बैंगलोर ने लिया था और इस बार रिटेन किया है, जैसन बेरेंड्रो को बाहर किया, तो मेरे ख्याल से जोश हेजलवुड को रिटेन इसलिए किया है कि वो लगभग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मैच खेले।
मुझे लगता भी नहीं मतलब एशेज के लिए वो लेके जाएंगे हेजलवुड को, हेजलवुड खेलेंगे, मुझे
आई
लगता है
थिंक
तो है।
वर्कलोड मैनेजमेंट कर सकती है आरसीबी मैनेजमेंट। आई थिंक 1 or 2 मैच रेस्ट
आई थिंक
बिटवीन द
संजय
आईपीएल।
वांट्स टू से समथिंग वेरी
Yeah,
badly.
yeah, bro. You what you don't know. You keep bhakti and you light the fire, then you make me speak. Yeah, yeah. We never told that from 13 seasons on paper we are strong. We told we are strong. That's all.
नहीं, you have. I am not saying that you told or not. It is you take out the squads of your entire IPL history.
यस।
So
It's up to you,
if
bro. If you're judging, we are strong. Thanks.
हाँ, when did I say, when did I make a sarcastic comment? I am literally saying you
It's
had
okay,
a,
bro.
you tell me if you had a batting lineup with Chris Gayle, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers,
युवराज सिंह 16 करोड़।
हाँ, Yuvraj Singh in that edition as well.
Ah, yeah. Considering Rahul had a wonderful outing with the form.
I
The
mean,
catch drops Rahul did as a side keeper.
so that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not talking about their performance. I'm talking about on paper.
And names
On
though
paper,
even it is good, bro. Even your Jack Ellis Australia, that team is even more stronger.
हाँ, अरे, you're just proving my point. I'm just saying every season RCB always starts with a very strong team on paper.
But this season, let us see. We will not have active options. Let's see what happens. Hope we beat Chennai, bro, both home and away.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're accepting it, thanks.
So, okay, Mr. Sanjay, all the best. I hope RCB will do better in this upcoming IPL season. Let's see which player your team will bout. Hoping for Maxwell and Hazelwood will play maximum matches for RCB.
Yeah, Maxwell, though, if he's available, apart from the starting two matches, he won't play. The major concern for me and the sadness for me is Hazelwood. If he leaves, literally, I don't know like what happens to our power play and depth.
Actually, Maxwell has mental issues.
Yeah, but he has an injury. Like 2 3 days back, he posted it on his Instagram that I think on his leg or hand there is some injury. He was like, "I'm okay, guys, now."
Yeah, Maxwell is skipping whole BBL also. So let's see.
That's the scary part for me. He's not playing BBL. He's
Because
coming from a huge gap,
RCB
coming
is
to
giving
IPL.
RCB is giving extra money to keep him away from any more injuries in BBL.
Maybe.
Literally, bro, I feel coming here and coming to your house like that directly.
Yeah, anyways, still you can't meet. For this, you'll come to my house. Okay, sure. So, बड़े बड़े लोग हो गए मतलब संजय बिल्कुल RCB कैफे इनसाइडर न्यूज.
That's the basic, man.
बेसिक हाँ सी दैट बड़प्पन देख रहे हो मतलब दैट इज बेसिक.
What is this? The insider news everyone gets.
Kunal, do you get insider news for Delhi Capitals?
No.
See?
As Sunny.
Who?
Sunny Seagal, you ask. Ask Yatharth. You'll know.
Okay. So, Mr. Sanjay, all the best for the RCB team. Hope for the best, and Maxwell will play maximum matches so that RCB will most probably take a cup.
Yes, at least hoping for a cup this year. Every year I say this
This year
statement.
doesn't, like
So I'm
next year.
carrying this statement for the 15th year also.
One statement RCB always say for a cup. Can you repeat?
No, I don't want to see Sitaji just kick him out of the meeting.
Okay.
No, that has been a negative vibe for us since we are promoting that slogan. We are unable to win semi-finals only.
Okay, let's hope for the best. Okay, thank you everyone, guys. Gaurav, Sanjay, Snesis, Sitanshu, for the valuable time. I hope all the RCB fans will hope for the best for RCB.
Kunal,
And
best way to promote your videos through Sanjay, I'm telling you.
okay,
Sanjay telecasted in RCB cafe.
okay, yeah, definitely. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we will do a LSG, Lucknow Super Giants player analysis. So all are requested to join our live and all the LSG fans also. So let's see which type of player LSG needs. And thank you everyone for giving a value. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. I had a
Good
good
night.
time.